トリマニックの試練3回目。忘れられた谷の氷河のクレバスから。
Oh my, would you look at that? That has to be the place, doesn't it?
I'd certainly think so. We should try to get higher and see if there is any way to access it.
とりあえず上までの工程はカット。
If I'm correct, the temple should be right behind these rocks and up a bit. But I think this is as close as get. The rocks here are loose enough that we should be able to tunnel through with a little effort. Let's get to work.
Good call, Kaya. This is it. I can feel it.
Well, that about does it, Guildmaster. We've gotten through the tunnel, and it does in fact come out right next to the temple. We set up a small excavation camp at the mouth of the tunnel just outside the temple, and we're ready to continue investigating when you're ready. It looks like we have another slot door lock here, but this one looks different. I don't think the spear will fit to unlock it.
Yes, it looks more round-like. A rod or a staff would work. Perhaps one of the staves you found for Calcelmo, which he donated to the museum, would work. I just so happened to bring the staves along with the other relics, in fact. Here you are, Guildmaster. Give them a try.
ほんと準備いいな艦長。
Well, that certainly did the trick. All right, everyone, be on your guard. We have no...
This is fantastic! Seems to be deserted in this main chamber. Let's have a look around. This is quite something, isn't it? I wonder what it's all for.
These look like musical chains of some sort.
Looks as if they must hang from these large chains here.
Seems to me that this pedestal somehow controls the chimes, but it's missing some kind of magically charged activator. Well, then I suppose we should continue onward and see what we find, and perhaps we will discover the key we need for it. Then we can start to determine what it actually is used for. Lead on, Guildmaster. Ah, another staff slot it looks like. See if another staff works to open the gate.
Ah, we've seen this before. That's the cup of Finister.
Looks like there's a tiny slot on the base there. Almost like the ones of the staves and spear, but smaller.
Yes, in fact those look much like the sockets I utilized in the museum for a few specific ring displays. I wonder... Well, based on the use of other related relics, I would say the Ring of Finister would be a logical choice. Not having the ring may prove problematic, however. When last I heard, the Thalmor were gathering all relics of the old Aldmer Pantheon. So it's likely that the ring may be in their possession. If it is here in Skyrim, it would likely be at the embassy, or possibly Northwatch Keep, which I hear they have been operating from. Either way, you will need to be very careful in finding a way in. We'll stay here and continue to study the ruins, and guard the temple if Tulrin and his followers show up. Hurry back and be safe.
というわけでちょっとノースウォッチ砦に寄り道。寄り道ってレベルじゃねえぞ。ただいまー。
Ah, another staff slot it looks like. See, staff works to open the gate. Ah, interesting. The shrine appears to be dedicated to Ciribane. Yes, it seems that pedestal has another slot for something. Yes, I would assume it corresponds to an artifact like the other sockets. In this case, Ciribane's relic would be the Warlock's ring. And I just so happen to have brought it along with our other resources. Here you are, my friend. Give it a go. Ah, that must be it. Looks like that's the other half of the gem. If you manage to fuse them back together, we may be able to put it to use. In fact, that looks to be just the thing we need for the harmonic pedestal out in the main chamber.
Ah, too right. You can always use the archaeology station at the base camp out front to put it back together.
it's certainly coming to life now, isn't it? That is exactly what we needed. Now let's have a look at this thing properly. It seems that we have a set of 8 massive chimes going from low tones to high ones. And we have 6 places to hang the chimes. Yes, it seems that the touchstone has energized the platform here. So when you touch it again, the chime is struck to play the tone.
Ah, so then obviously not all the chimes are used at the same time.
Also, looks like there are 7 doors back along the wall there, each with a sun icon on them, like the door leading into here.
Ah, yes, good eye. So, 6 musical tones, 7 doors, and 8 chimes. Interesting. Not much of a pattern to go off of, admittedly.
Oh wait, the book. What did it say? I thought it mentioned Yafrei. And isn't that shrine there on the rail? His crest?
Yes, you are right, Kaya. That shrine does represent Ifir. So between this, the 2 side room shrines, and the Temple of Trinamak, we have all 4 of the revered gods of Ariel's pantheon represented. If I recall correctly, the book said, "The harmony of Yafir shall forever entomb the great evil of our folly, and only by the tone of his voice shall the chambers open."
The harmony of his voice, it says. Yafrei was the god of nature, no? Nothing more harmonious than nature, Toria thinks.
That does make sense. His icon even depicts music, so only by the tone of his voice shall the chambers open.
Seems to me that the sound of the chimes, probably played in the right combination, must open one of the doors.
Yes, but what combination? I suppose we could try some randomly and see what we get, but there has to be a more logical way of testing it. Oh, wait. The book had tally marks of some kind in the back of it, didn't it? What if it was somehow indicating a pattern?
Yes, that could be it. I remember staring at those tally marks for days while the guildmaster was unconscious. There are 7 lines of tally marks, 1 for each of the doors, if the theory is true. And each tally mark, if I remember correctly, is no greater than 8. All but one of the groups, which had a group of 9, which I found odd.
I do so love a good puzzle. If we assume the chimes are numbered 1 for the lowest tone and 8 for the highest, that gives us a pattern to work with. These chimes are mighty heavy, though. Looks like you can only move 1 at a time. Move 1, hang it, and then move on to the next, it seems.
これが音階を示しているわけです。まずは3、5、4、2、1。
That did it. Let's keep it up and get the other chambers opened as well and see what's inside.
"一番下の行以外は、この調子で開きます。 で、一番下の行。これが厄介。ウィキとかで調べた結果、9の鐘が必要とのこと。
この辺りかな。開きましたね。
で、ここにあるはずだけれど虚空に落ちてるかもしれないのでその時はコンソール使えとのこと。
This means something. I'm not sure what exactly.
Yes, that's brilliant, Latora. Shrines are often the means by which deities speak to their worshippers, in a manner of speaking. And the book did say that only by the tone of his voice shall the way be opened. Perhaps there is something on this shrine of Yafir. It does appear to be cemented down solidly, though.
We do have a number of artifact fragments for the Snow Elves, and I think some of them may even be for a similar shrine. Maybe you could put something together that has the final clue we need, Guildmaster.
.で、作った祠の底面に、真の雲海が書いてあるという仕掛け。7、5、6、1、3、2。
Fall upon your ears. You have been unwitting puppets of Malak's grand design. One which now comes to fruition. I thank you for your service in unlocking Ariel's baleful prison. And I see the prize is indeed here. My prize. Kill them.
"というわけで最終決戦です。
We aren't going to be able to hold them off forever. We have to figure out something. Jump, Master! There's a giant platform. Go!
Over here!
That's it, Guildmaster. Go. He's flashing the chimes. He's vulnerable to that happens. Attack him then.
We've done it! Oh my, that was frightful.
Yes, it was. But managed to pull through in the end.
Gloria was sure she was going to get killed.
Well, you managed to pull through in the end. We all did.
Too true.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm anxious to get back home. Despite all that we've uncovered that still needs study, all this excitement in combat has me quite weary.
Same here. I certainly have a few wounds that are going to take some time to mend for sure.
Well, you had best take care of the Ned Crescent Guildmaster. Lock it away in the Daedric Gallery. Yes, indeed. I have a fitting spot all ready for it in the museum, locked away with the rest of its baleful brothers and sisters.
Well, I suppose we should get to packing up then.
Before we do, however, I'd like you all to join me in a toast. Firstly, to Professor Patero Murasi, friend, mentor, and colleague. You will be sorely missed, my friend, but I'd like to dedicate this victory to your memory.
Huzzah!
And secondly, to our Guildmaster, without whom we would have never had many of the great opportunities we've had to explore the world of Skyrim. To the Guildmaster!
Righto!
Guildmaster.
Well, my friend, you have accomplished something truly great here today. Beyond our discoveries, which are numerous, we have also protected Skyrim from a terrible fate. I will send messages to the Jarls to inform them what has transpired here today. Just in case any remaining cells of Tulrin's clan decide to move forward with his plans. As for you, my friend, you should probably gather the artifacts we utilized in this excavation and return them to the museum. I'll see you back there in a day or two. And again, thank you.
というところでトリマニックの試練は終了。 この動画シリーズも終了といたします。ご視聴ありがとうございました。